Hey everyone, and welcome back to FCTV Cooking. So, in preparation for Thanksgiving coming up this Thursday, we're gonna be making some special Thanksgiving entrees. So not your classic mashed potatoes and gravy or biscuits and gravy. Today, we're making cheesy garlic biscuits. All right, so our first step is we're gonna take 2.5 cups of Bisquick. I just like Bisquick, it's the best baking mix you got. So you're gonna take 2.5 cups of this. I'm gonna pour that over the bowl just to make sure that we get any extras out. I just spilled a little bit in the bowl. I'm gonna be a little messy with this just because it doesn't have to be exactly 2.5 cups. The more, the merrier. Just a little bit more. There we go. We got our 2.5 cups of biscuit making mix in. Next, we're gonna take 3/4 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. Today, I decided to use mild just because, and we're using the Kroger brand, best brand out there right now. I'm gonna use this bag real quick. There we go, that's good enough for 3.25 cups of mild cheddar cheese. Next, we're gonna be using a teaspoon of garlic powder. So we're gonna grab our teaspoon measurements right here. Open up the garlic powder. And you know, you don't have to use too much garlic powder, but if you want that garlicky taste, keep the vampires away, you can always add a little bit more. Me personally, I'm adding a little bit more because I'm a big fan of garlic flavored items. It's a very acquired taste. So after we've measured out our garlic powder, next we're gonna put in a teaspoon of ranch salad mix. So here we got some Hidden Valley ranch, which honestly, it's one of the best ranches out there, next to Chick-fil-A brand ranch. So we got ourselves a fresh packet here. Mix that up. I'm just gonna sprinkle in that teaspoon of ranch powder mix. If you guys hear any meowing, it's the cats. We got our chef cat, you know, like Ratatouille in there. All right, so now that we've got our teaspoon of ranch seasoning, we're gonna add in our last little bit, which is a cup of buttermilk. So for this, we're using dry buttermilk, and the instructions on this one is 4 tablespoons of the blend with 1 cup of water. So we've got our cup of water, and now we're gonna need our 4 tablespoons of the buttermilk powder. So go ahead and get that bad boy open. And you wanna really be careful with the buttermilk. You don't wanna add too much, because then you're gonna get some really soggy biscuits, and you really don't want soggy biscuits. It's 2. 3 and 4. All right, so now that we have our buttermilk, we're gonna add in the last little bit for this, which is our cup of water. So pour that in. All right, and now we're gonna stir this until it's moistened. So you kind of wanna see here, we're getting a nice consistency, almost like a thick kind of marshmallow mixture. You really wanna make sure that you incorporate all the dry ingredients in there with your buttermilk, and you wanna get it nice and moistened. So I'd say right about there would be a pretty good consistency for some cheesy garlic biscuits. So next, we're gonna spray this nice baking sheet we got here with some Pam cooking spray. Now you don't wanna do a lot, because that's definitely gonna make these really gross and greasy. So you wanna do a really quick 4 spritz, I would say, of that. And then we're gonna take our trusty little ice cream scooper here, and we're just gonna scoop some out. We're gonna scoop this out onto this tray. So now that we've got everything on our baking sheet, we're gonna head inside and we're gonna cook these bad boys up in the oven. Now, you're gonna wanna set your oven to 450. We're gonna cook these for 6 to 8 minutes. So let's head inside. And now that we're inside, we've got our oven set to 450, and we're gonna set our alarm for 6 to 8 minutes. Probably wanna go a little bit in between, so I would say do 6:45 first, and then check it after a couple minutes. So I'm gonna put these in the oven, close her up. And now I'd like to introduce a guest on the show who will be making today's drinks, our guest star, Ivan Weaver.
Buongiorno, boys and mademoiselle.
All right, Ivan, what are we making today for drinks?
Today we are making strawberry shakes.
All right, let's head out there and start them up.
Hi, my name is Ivan Weaver, and today we will be making strawberry shakes. Now to start with, you want to obviously, take the lid off your blender to make sure you can actually put your ingredients inside the blender. And next, we're gonna get some ice cream. Get about 2 to 3 scoops. It really depends on how much you're serving. Today we're making two servings, so we're gonna do about, I'd say like 3-ish scoops. Whatever works. It also, how much do I want? It always depends on my mood. And then next, we'll be adding strawberry jelly. Now this really adds the color and the taste to our shake. This is what makes the strawberry jelly, or the strawberry shake, the strawberry shake. Now we're gonna add about 2 spoonfuls. I'm feeling pretty generous today. This is about the best strawberry jelly you will ever find. Homemade by my amazing mother. She's the best, you gotta love her. And next, I'm gonna add some milk. Now, call me a baller the way I be eyeing these portions. It doesn't matter, just shoot to wherever you feel necessary, like right about there. And we are going to turn our blender on, and then we're gonna hit our little ice cream button, and we're gonna let this puppy do its work. Now we're gonna hold this about until it hits a threshold where you can hear it get really loud, and that's our sweet spot. That's where we're gonna cut it. And then it'll be the perfect strawberry shake. Right about there. You heard it get real loud, that means it's ready. Right. And now for the best part, the pour. Now, it's a bit thick, from a shake perspective. Gotta give it a little shake. Right about there is good. Look at that. It's just absolutely beautiful. And now we're gonna add the rest of it and do our second glass. Here we go. Gotta just give it a little shake. If I need to, I can bust out that spoon from our jelly. You can really just dig the rest of it out. Here we go. Go ahead and set that here. Now, with our perfect shakes, you got 2 servings. Try it with a friend. It tastes pretty good. All right, cheers.
Ooh, that's really good.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
What can I say? Calling me a chef the way I be making these shakes.
All right, now that we got our drinks, let's head back inside and finish up those biscuits. All right guys, so now we're back inside and these biscuits are baked. We're done here, so we're gonna open up the oven and pull these guys out. Whew. Wow, these look really good. All right, now that we got our biscuits all done, we'll quickly close that oven door. Now, with our biscuits, we're gonna take some melted butter. So we're gonna use a cup of melted butter. We're just gonna brush the butter all over these biscuits, get them nice and soaked, ready for our other dry topping ingredients. Almost there.
Talk about something else you can use if you don't have that.
Yeah. So if you don't have this, you can really just use kind of like a whisk and you can drizzle it over there, or you can just use a regular old spoon. Just pour a little bit and drag and drop the butter onto the rolls. All right, I think that should be good butter-wise. All right, next we're gonna take some of our ranch seasoning from earlier. We're gonna reopen our packet and we're just gonna sprinkle some ranch onto these. Now, if you don't have ranch, you can really just use any kind of seasoning. And then we're gonna use garlic powder, and then some salt and some pepper. And then, last but not least, we'll put some chives on there. So, we need some pepper. All right, these are looking pretty good. And then last but not least, we'll just take a couple chives and pull them apart. Throw them on there. And we're gonna welcome back our drink guest, Ivan Weaver, today. Here's your drink, Ivan.
Oh, thank you.
Now we're gonna try one of our, hopefully, delicious rolls. Wow, look how nice and easy to get that was to pull apart. So here's your part. Bone apple teeth.
Bone apple teeth. Oh, wow. That's really good.
That is pretty good.
That's really good.
That's a really soft roll.
It kind of it falls apart in your mouth.
Yeah.
It kind of just sits there and just melts, and you can taste all the ranch and the butter. Oh, dude, I love butter, me personally. It's a great topping.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all we have for FCTV Cooking today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Me boo boo.